Good afternoon. I'm Patricia Kilburn, District Superintendent and Chief Executive Officer of OHM BOCES. On behalf of the Cooperative Board and myself, I'd like to welcome you to our 2021 Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES Staff Recognition and Retirement Ceremony. Again, this year, we are celebrating in the virtual realm as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. We certainly hope that everyone is continuing to be safe and healthy and has an opportunity to celebrate this wonderful moment for all of our staff and especially for those being recognized today. Throughout this afternoon's presentation, as we are honoring various employees, you will see a PowerPoint presentation that has pictures and recognizes employees, and we also have supervisors speaking about retirees. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Steve Boucher, who himself has 7 years of continuous service to our organization and is currently serving as president of our cooperative board.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kilburn, and good afternoon, everyone. It's such a privilege to be here to be able to welcome all of you to this celebration today. I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge the members of the OHM Cooperative Board who I'm speaking on behalf of today. So in no alpha order or certain order, here they are. Vice President Russell Stewart from Waterville, Michelle Anderson from Oriskany, Doreen Corbin from Brookfield, Yvonne Irving from Utica, Eileen Falvo from New Hartford, Heather Johnson from Westmoreland, Michael Moore from Clinton, Gary Nelson from Holland Patton, Anthony Nicotera from the Sequoia Valley, Dr. Gary Porcelli from New York Mills, and John Salerno from Whitesboro. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the significance of the occasion and the celebration to honor our retirees and our longtime employees since 1993. Before the pandemic, we would gather with each other and catch up with one another. It's always been a much anticipated event where we would share the experience of the past and talk about the adventures that might come in the future. While we realize that this year's virtual ceremony cannot take place in person, the Cooperative Board and the administration are still determined to honor our retirees and amazing employees. However, for just one more year, hopefully only one more year, we'll remain apart, and yet we're still together. But if we take a moment and really think about BOCES, the services it provides, and the work that we do, we see that in many ways our BOCES operates in that fashion each and every day, apart and yet still together. Through the collaborative efforts of the 12 component districts, the dozens of programs, and the itinerant services, we are able to enrich and support the education and life experience of all of those that we serve. That's because of each of you who uphold our values, demonstrate our vision, and help to prepare all of our learners for a dynamic world of today and tomorrow. The significance of what you do is not lost in the format of this program. The challenges of this environment are unique, but that which all of you do every day is unique. Your individual and collective efforts and abilities and expertise are truly something to be admired. We sincerely and gratefully congratulate you for your efforts and give our heartfelt thanks for all that you have done and all that we know that you'll continue to do for BOCES. The first group that we're going to recognize today is our retirees. I hope that each retiree has received this lovely clock, is presented in the recognition of this occasion. We wish that each of you have many minutes and hours of good health and happiness in the years to come. This year we have 29 retirees, and they've served learners of our region for a collective 529 years. As in the past, administrators, program supervisors, and principals will acknowledge each retiree's accomplishments. We'll begin with the recognition of retirees from the Administrative Services Division. Scott Morris will recognize our first retiree.
Deborah Spinella retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on March 31st, 2020 after 14.6 years of service. Deb was the school health policy coordinator in the administrative services area for the last 11 years. Prior to that, she was a public health educator / anti-tobacco specialist. Deb always exhibited a concern for the health and well-being of our students, both in the components and here at BOCES. With her background as a health teacher, she was well positioned to be the lead in a number of grants designed to assist teachers and their students in developing good habits to strengthen both their bodies and their minds. Deb worked with all the districts in developing and updating district wellness plans and was critical in working on tobacco resuscitation initiatives for a good number of years. Deb was instrumental in forging partnerships with local communities to implement successful programs such as the Build a Bike, which was widely participated in with local businesses. When you think of educating the whole child, Deb Spinella made a lasting mark on addressing the physical and mental health of a generation of our students. Thank you, Deb, for your 14.6 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Diane Wenzel is retiring from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 18.7 years of service. Diane currently is a word processing equipment operator in the Operations and Maintenance Office, where she has worked for the last 16 years. Prior to that, Diane worked in the then Special Education Program, currently known as Bridges, as a word processing equipment operator. Diane transferred from Special Education to the Administrative Office area, where she has worked as the receptionist. Diane has done everything from answering all calls to the BOCES, processing purchase orders, work orders, and transportation requests. Since the 2010 capital project, Diane has occupied the reception area at the main entrance, Entrance A, and has been responsible for processing all requests and setups for the Howard D. Melliman Learning Center. In the words of a past superintendent, Diane is the face of BOCES. I personally will miss Diane, her professionalism, and our friendship that has continued throughout her career. Thank you, Diane, for your 18.7 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Mrs. Linda Gabbiger is retiring from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 25 years of dedicated service. Linda is employed as a senior account clerk in the Central Business Office, where she has worked for the past 25 years. Linda started her career at BOCES processing accounts payable. A real go-getter, Linda decided that she wanted to learn more and take on additional responsibilities. She was assigned payroll and bookkeeping tasks and excelled at every new task she was given. As the years passed, Linda honed her skills and grew to be the resident expert in the Central Business Office. As such, she has been an integral member of the CBO team, assisting with training new employees and always being the go-to for any coworkers in need of assistance. Her knowledge, skills, and ability exceed all expectations. Linda truly takes pride in what she does. She will be missed by her coworkers and school district staff. Thank you, Linda, for your 25 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Mrs. Cynthia Marshall retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on May 31st, 2021, after 32 years of dedicated service. Cindy was employed as an account clerk typist in the Central Business Office, acting as a purchasing clerk for the entire organization. As the purchasing clerk, Cindy was the keeper of the gate, ensuring that BOCES purchasing policies and procedures were maintained, as well as keeping our organization in compliance with New York State Education Department purchasing policies and procedures. Throughout the years, Cindy assisted staff in every department, helping them with any questions and providing guidance. She was always friendly and kind, answering questions big and small. She will be missed not only by her co-workers in the Central Business Office, but also by her colleagues throughout all the BOCES. Cindy has 2 children living in Florida and 1 in Syracuse. She is looking forward to splitting her time between Florida and New York with her husband, enjoying all that retirement has to offer. Thank you, Cindy, for your 32 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Gail Aney is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th after 7 years of service. Gail is currently a food service helper in O&D Young, where she's worked for the last 44 years. Gail has been a true asset to the OHM BOCES food service program and the O&D Young school community for over 4 decades. She began working at O&D Young directly out of high school and has worked her way to manager. Since joining OHM, she has made our job easier by excelling at hers. She is hardworking, dedicated, and reliable. She will be missed next year, but we certainly wish her all the best in her very well-deserved retirement. Thank you, Gail, for your 7 years of dedicated service to BOCES and over 40 years of dedicated service to our community. Congratulations on your retirement. Fred Evans retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on February 19, 2021, after 13.5 years of service. Fred was our warehouse manager for the food service program for the past 3 years. Prior to that, Fred worked as a food service helper in the warehouse as well as a few years in the Remsen kitchen as a cook. Fred was reliable and dependable. He rarely missed a day of work and could always be counted on for a joke or a funny, cynical comment. His dedication to the program did not go unnoticed. Thank you, Fred, for your 13-plus years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Yvonne Hanley retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on January 18, 2021, after 18.4 years of service. Though technically retired, Yvonne is currently still working as a food service helper at Westmoreland Upper Elementary School, where she's worked for the last 16 years. Prior to that, Yvonne worked as a food service helper sub in several different buildings. Yvonne has been a constant, reliable, friendly face at Westmoreland Middle, now Westmoreland Upper Elementary, for many years. We hope she'll continue to be available as needed as a substitute. We hope she enjoys retirement, especially after this crazy year. Thank you, Yvonne, for your 18.4 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Patricia Montgomery also retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on January 12, 2021, after 18.4 years of service. Despite retiring in January, Pat is still currently a food service helper at Westmoreland Upper Elementary School, where she's worked for the duration of her time with us. Throughout her time, and especially this past year, a very unpredictable year, Pat has been a hard worker, dedicated to the program, and a welcome presence at the middle school. We hope she'll continue to work with us as needed after taking some well-deserved time to relax. Thank you, Pat, for your 18.4 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Cindy Rogers is retiring from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 23 years of service. Cindy is currently an assistant cook or kitchen manager at Westmoreland Upper Elementary School, where she has worked for the last 20 years. Prior to that, Cindy worked as a food service helper at Westmoreland High School. Several years ago, Cindy was quite unexpectedly thrown into the assistant cook manager position at Westmoreland Middle, maybe somewhat unwillingly. Despite her hesitation or apprehension to take on that role, she has been an excellent manager. She leads a dedicated team of people. They work hard, they work well together, they're creative with what they're serving the students, and go above and beyond to serve the students' meals with a little extra sprinkles, extra whipped cream, extra love. She is resourceful, reliable, and a true pleasure to work with. I'm very hopeful she'll keep working with us and never actually leave. Whatever she decides, we wish her all the best and a truly restful retirement and summer, especially after such a wild year. Thank you, Cindy, for your 23 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Gregory Offrey retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on March 31st, 2021, after 4.7 years of service. Greg held the Assistant Safety Coordinator position in the Safety Services Program, where he worked for the last 4.7 years. Greg was a contributing member of the Safety Services team who helped our subscribing districts and Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES with various compliance activities. During his time at BOCES, Greg conducted numerous presentations where he provided education and training and was an integral component to the completion of the Utica National Insurance Awards. Thank you, Greg, for your 4.7 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Congratulations to the retirees from the Administrative Services. Next, we'll recognize the retirees from the Information and Technologies Division. We'll begin again with Scott Morris, who will recognize the first retiree from the Information and Technology Division.
Mary McCormick retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on October 31st, 2020, after 24.2 years of service. Mary retired as a senior account clerk for the school library system and media services, where she worked for the last 19 years. Prior to that, Mary worked at Middle Settlement Academy as a word processing operator. Mary was vital to the success of the Oneida-Herkimer school library system. Mary brought a wealth of knowledge to the department, and to say that Mary kept the library system running successfully would not be an overstatement. Mary was able to guide and support several school library system coordinators through compliance with the regulations from the state and orchestrating the integral details and relations between districts and vendors, and through documenting all meetings. Mary was extraordinarily dedicated to the school library system and OHM BOCES. Over time, her relationships grew to include our media department, and Mary always supported where needed. We could depend on Mary to know what to do and when to do it, including making sure all the bills were paid, especially the gas card bill. Ha ha. Her dedication to the school libraries of our component districts was unparalleled, and she was often recognized for her knowledge of products, procedures, and those oft-forgotten legacy components. Not only was Mary great at her job, she planned many events, including logistics of off-site conferences, on-site meetings, as well as in-house staff events that helped boost the morale of the entire IT department. Thank you, Mary, for the 24.2 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Eileen Sweeney retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on January 31st, 2021, after 10.1 years of service. Eileen was a webmaster for the IT and media departments. Eileen came into the information technology department at a point where there was increased focus on initiatives with our web presence, media distribution, science center growth, and statewide partnership in the use of a learning management system. In each project, she was integral in establishing protocols, navigating through requirements and constraints, and interpreting our non-technical articulation of goals into implementable and sustainable action items. If you need any convincing of her attention to detail, you can reference her emails and manuals, each that include multicolored, bold, italicized, and outlined information. Eileen was able to grow our capacity as an organization and empowered others to carry forward each of these initiatives beyond her retirement. Further, her work strengthened our connection to our district's teachers and students. Eileen brought a sense of humor to the job and had a remarkable capacity for recalling any historical fact about the Ilion region. Her coworkers genuinely appreciated their relationships with her. Thank you, Eileen, for the 10.1 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Stephen Davis retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on July 31st, 2020, after 4.5 years of service. Steve Davis was a computer education coordinator in the Information Technology Division, where he worked for the last 4.5 years. Steve Davis was a very dedicated employee that took great pride in his work. Steve was instrumental in the implementation of many large-scale technology projects throughout his tenure at OHM BOCES. Steve's forward thinking and ability to lead has been integral in the advancement of technology throughout the region. Congratulations on your retirement, Steve, and thank you for your 4.5 years of service.
Congratulations, retirees from the Information and Technology. Next, and finally, as there are no retirees from the program Professional Learning, we will recognize retirees from the Instructional Services Division. We will begin with Assistant Superintendent for Instructional Services, Chris Hill, who will recognize our first retiree from the Instructional Services Division.
Susan Carlson is retiring from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 29.6 years of service. Susan is the director of the School and Business Alliance, where she has worked for the last 29.6 years. In her current role, Susan is widely recognized as the go-to person for connecting business and industry initiatives to schools and students. For the past 29 years, Susan has been dedicated to OHM BOCES. She has exemplified the OHM mantra, "The answer is always yes." This dedication and work ethic has resulted in countless opportunities for students, schools, and businesses. Some of those opportunities that have been developed, planned, organized, and executed by Susan are the Mohawk Valley Professional Trades Day, an event that hosted approximately 600 students each year, exposing them to the professional trades. The 7th grade Skilled Building Trades Day, 500 students per year exposed to the skilled trades at an early age. Manufacturing Day. Susan annually brings 700 students to this event to learn about positions in the manufacturing industry. 9th grade Career Day, an annual event held at MVCC connecting 1,000 students per year to 60 careers and speakers from their industries. The Saba Breakfast, held at BOCES every year, this event connects 200 students to local professionals. Those annual events alone connect 3,000 students to the world of work. Then Ms. Carlson goes on with the rest of her job. She creates day-to-day career exposure for students and brings career-based instruction to classrooms. In this work, Susan has been known for her relentless pursuit of the race to 940. Susan was challenged with doubling the amount of internships that students took part in every year. In this pursuit, she reached out to more and more businesses and schools. She invented the school break internship, and she added many internships for CTE students. At last count, she had that number well over 700, and we have no doubt that she would have hit that 940 this year if it was not for our current circumstances. What always struck me about these accomplishments was Susan's humble passion for her work. How many students from this region found their passions and careers because of her efforts? But yet most don't even know who she is. That's because she has never sought accolades or the limelight. Susan is a true servant leader, working to help others because it's the right thing to do and because she truly cares about the futures of students in the industries she helps. It has been my pleasure to work with Susan, and I promise you, Susan, we will be committed to continuing the great work and service to the region that you have established. Thank you, Susan, for your 29.6 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Mr. Michael Zarnock, affectionately known as Mr. Z, retired from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on September 30th, 2020, after 13 years of service. Mr. Z was a teaching assistant in MyTech and the automotive programs at the Career and Technical Education Center. Prior to that, Mr. Z was a technology teaching assistant in one of our component districts for 12 years. However, as a gearhead and a car lover, he had a calling to get his hands dirty and rub grease on his clothes. In addition to his work at CTE, Mike Zarnock has also been recognized with a Guinness World Record title for owning the largest collection of Hot Wheels model cars. He is also a writer of collector guides and articles about Hot Wheels, and even has his own Wikipedia page. But I digress. In CTE, Mr. Z was widely recognized for his knowledge of automobiles, his ability to connect with students, his firm handshake, and one of his favorite phrases, "Happy haircut." He would be proud of this do. Remarks from past supervisors include, Mr. Zarnock is a productive member of the school community who is always willing to lend a helping hand. Mr. Zarnock is assigned to front door supervision as students arrive and is a smiling face for the students to start their day off with. He remains a positive and calming influence on students, and his enthusiasm for cars is contagious. Mike Zarnock can do a wheelie on a unicycle. Wait a minute, who put that in there? Anyway, thank you, Mr. Z, for your 13 years of service and friendship. And congratulations on your retirement, buddy.
Terry Devan retired from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on November 30th, 2020, after 8.2 years of service. Terry was a teaching assistant in the 1214 DP program at Westmoreland Primary School. She has great skills working with students on the autism spectrum, and she embraced the strategies and techniques of the TIM Academy. Running small group instruction allowed Terry the opportunity to work closely with the students and develop a strong rapport with each student. Terry's instructional style and enthusiasm for teaching was a gift to our program. Thank you, Terry, for the 8.2 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Marcia Dunn is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 30.6 years of service. Marcia is currently a teaching assistant in the 812 Bridges program. When Marcia was hired in 1991, she was the teaching assistant in the OHM BOCES preschool program. This was a position that she held for many years, and she truly enjoyed it. Marcia then moved into the teaching assistant positions within the 1211 programs at Sequoia and at New Hartford. Within all of the programs, Marcia's unique style and ability to connect with kids is commendable. She has a great sense of humor and truly loves connecting with students. In addition, Marcia has excellent instructional skills that helped so many of our students attain their high school diploma. Thank you, Marcia, for your 30.6 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Eileen Fellner retired from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on February 28, 2021, after 19.5 years of service. Eileen most recently served as the teaching assistant in the 1214 DP program at Westmoreland Primary School. Prior to that, Eileen worked in our programs located at Waterville Elementary School, and that was the 812 program. Many times, supervisors have commented within Eileen's evaluations that she demonstrates a great deal of effort and energy working with students. During the lessons, Eileen actively participates with the students to support their learning. In addition, Eileen worked diligently to increase her skills in digital resources in order to provide great support to the teacher and her colleagues. Eileen is a great role model and enthusiastic team member. Thank you, Eileen, for your 19.5 years of service. and congratulations on your retirement. Kathleen Larish is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 24 years of service. Kathy is currently a teaching assistant in the 1211 Mild program located at Sequoia Valley Middle School. Her experiences throughout the past 24 years are a true picture of our vast array of programs and student populations that our division services. Kathy worked at the center when she first started. In 2002, she then had the opportunity to work in Westmoreland, which she truly enjoyed, as that is her district of residence. In 2013, Kathy transferred to the 1211 program at Sequoia. Within all of these programs, Kathy is a mover and a shaker, someone who is always planning and being creative to help students make progress in their learning. She promotes and advocates for students' abilities, celebrating all successes, small and large. Thank you, Kathy, for your 24 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Diana Lanahan retired from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on March 26, 2021, after 32.4 years of service. Diana was most recently a word processor in the Bridges program. Prior to that, Diana worked in the safety office, regional programs, special education guidance, and subservice. Diana's personality and excellent work ethic allowed her to be a strong team member in every office she worked in. She is resourceful and 100% dependable to take on any challenge that comes her way. Diana's unique style to develop strong working relationships and her sense of humor has given Diana the opportunity to make lasting friendships with her colleagues at OHM BOCES. She has been a special gift returning to the Bridges program this past year. Thank you, Diana, for your 32.4 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Lisa Leogran is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 21 years of service. Lisa is currently a school social worker in the 1211 program at Sequoia Valley Middle School and the P-TECH program. Prior to that, Lisa worked in the 812 center-based program and the alternative education program at James Street Academy. Lisa has the skills and abilities to connect with all kids. She has a great sense of humor. Lisa goes above and beyond to work as a team in order to provide thorough services for each student. Students love to joke with Lisa, and she truly loves working closely with students and their families. Thank you, Lisa, for your 21 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Deborah Schnitt is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 21 years of service. Deb is currently a teaching assistant in the 1214 Multiply Disabled program. She has worked in this program since 2015 and has truly made wonderful connections with our students. This year will forever be in Deb's memory bank as she gave effortlessly to each one of our students, especially Devin, who always had a big smile while working one-on-one with Deb. Prior to 2015, Deb worked in various programs, including the moderate program in CTE, Waterville Elementary, Sequoia High School, and Westmoreland Elementary School. All of these various programs involved Debbie working diligently to help students become the best learner they could become. She is kind, compassionate, and a very skilled teaching assistant. Thank you, Deb, for your 21 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Ms. Deborah Murray Quinn is retiring from the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 20 years of service. Ms. Murray Quinn is currently a 1-to-1 aide in the P-TECH program, where she has worked for the last year. In that role, she demonstrated compassion, flexibility, and willingness to take on new responsibilities that she had never experienced before. As a result, she had a very positive impact on the students she worked with. Prior to that,
Ms. Murray Quinn worked in CTE as a teacher's assistant to support several different programs, including advertising design, animal science, automotive technology, construction trades, cosmetology, criminal justice, culinary arts, electricity, and multi-occupations. She also served as an internship supervisor for our food service class and as the in-school suspension room monitor. Ms. Quinn, thank you for your dedication to our programs and for the students you worked with over the years. The warm and welcoming climate you created when students walked into a classroom contributed to a positive learning environment. Your willingness to work on a team and fulfill various roles as needed certainly has never gone unnoticed. You will be missed in this organization, and we wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you, Ms. Quinn, for your 20 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Tanya Tina Aquaviva is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021 after 16 years of service. Tina is currently a speech and language pathologist in the itinerant division, where she has worked for the past 16 years. A graduate of Whitesboro Central School District, Tina attended MVCC and then transferred to the Cleveland State University, where she obtained her bachelor and master's in speech pathology. After obtaining her bachelor's degree, she spent 2 years in the Cleveland Heights School District as a speech therapy aide. Tina returned to the area, taking a speech position with the Utica City School District. She then taught at the Little Falls City Schools, leaving them to work for IEM Speech Language Consultants before returning again to Utica Schools for the last time. It was at that time that she was offered a position at OHM BOCES. Tina worked under Kathleen Fonda, and Miss Fonda states about her that Miss Aquaviva continues to be instrumental in her current position at the New Hartford Central School District, and also that Miss Aquaviva continues to be proficient in the area of policies and procedures as she supports the organizational goals of the OHM BOCES. She continues to demonstrate a strong work ethic. In 2013, I became her supervisor and worked closely with her on the ever-changing dynamics in the itinerant division, especially as it relates to regulations governing related services. That knowledge was instrumental in her taking over the under the direction of position after the retirement of Nancy Curry. I will miss our conversations about her scouring sales to pick up much sought-after perfume or makeup, accompanied by her sister, so they could grow their new online business. I will also miss seeing her playing games with her students so that she made or modified so that students could feel supported while showing off their newly acquired skills. Tina, on behalf of the entire itinerant division, we wish you good health and happy trails as you make Florida your new home. Congratulations on your retirement after 16 years of service. Regina Bevavino is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 2.8 years of service. Gina worked as an itinerant advanced English teacher at Holland-Patton Central School District for 2.8 years. Prior to working at OHM BOCES, Regina taught 28 years in the Westmoreland Central School District as a grade 9-12 English and AP Literature teacher. She received many accolades for her work with the students, as well as supporting the school and the community. She retired from Westmoreland in 2017 and was lured out of retirement to teach a single class of advanced English, specifically AP Literature. Her ability to motivate students to master the AP English exam is exceptional. Her colleagues write in her references that she holds students to high expectations and is committed, while a former administrator and current superintendent wrote, "I am excited to work with her again." She was so well received that they were always asking for her to teach more sections of English at Holland-Patton. When it became apparent that the need for her services at Holland-Patton would not be needed this year, Regina decided it would be a good time to step away from teaching. Although we have missed her greatly, retiring has allowed her to spend more time with her children and grandchildren this year, especially during the months of the pandemic. Gina, on behalf of the BOCES, the itinerant division, and me, thank you for your 2.8 years of service and congratulations on your retirement. Mary Ellen Ward is retiring from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 1, 2021, after 15.7 years of service. Mary Ellen is currently a nurse practitioner in the itinerant division, where she has worked for the past 15.7 years. Mary Ellen first became interested in nursing as a student at Utica Catholic Academy. After graduation from high school, We won't mention what year that was. Mary Ellen registered for the nursing program at St. Elizabeth's Hospital School of Nursing, after which she attended Community General Hospital of Greater Syracuse to obtain her nurse practitioner certificate. She lists on her resume working in the Greater Winfield Medical Center, Planned Parenthood Association of the Mohawk Valley, New Berlin Central School District, the Mary Imogene Bassett Hospital, and with Dr. Ravengard at his private practice. Mary Ellen was always up for a challenge, working with districts that had never had a nurse practitioner before. She has helped districts stay in compliance, guided their many types of mandated physicals, and formed a tight bond with the school nurses she has worked with. A few short years ago, Mary Ellen was diagnosed with cancer, and luckily she beat the disease. Through it all, she worked as much as she could, and only taking a short time for recovery and only the minimal needed. Her vitality at her youthful age is an inspiration to a person who values professionalism while showing empathy. We know she will be hard to replace, but in retiring she'll have more time to spend at camp and with her sister. Trying to convince Mary Ellen to use computer has been interesting. She would try, but a few weeks later she would always say she had a bug or something, and would call her nephew to come help her. One of our greatest triumphs was seeing Mary Ellen use Zoom to attend meetings. She is now the master of that platform. Mary Ellen, on behalf of the entire itinerant division, we wish you good health and happy trails as you make camp your new home away from home. Congratulations on your retirement after 15.7 years of service.
Jean Baker will retire from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, with 21 years and 5 months of service. Jean was hired on February 14th of 2000. Jean started her career with Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES as a social worker in the alternative education program that was then located at Brookside Academy. She moved to Lincoln Academy, James Street Academy, back to Lincoln Academy, and finally to Middle Settlement Academy. Although locations varied throughout the years, she remained a constant as a social worker in our alternative education program during her 21 years and 5 months of service to Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES. Jean, to say you will be missed is an understatement. It has been my pleasure to work with someone who is so passionate, caring, and professional at all times. You were a mentor to me from the moment I started at Lincoln Academy, and I have learned so much from you throughout the years. However, you are first and foremost a child advocate. You have guided your students through many trials and tribulations and have always fought the good fight on their behalf. It is clear that your dedication to the many students that you have worked with throughout the years has made a huge and positive impact on their lives. You have been caring and compassionate, always a professional, who has set an example for all of us to follow. Your guidance and encouragement has helped me and so many of your colleagues to thrive in our challenging learning environment, and we have been fortunate to have your expertise to rely on. I wish you well, my friend, as you begin the next phase of your life. You will be dearly missed, but never forgotten. Jean, comments from your colleagues include the following. When I think of Jean, I think of compassion. Jean worked hard to make sure all of her students were given opportunities to not just have some success, but to make positive changes in their lives. Jean Baker has demonstrated enormous patience and kindness for all of her students over the years. She has gone the extra mile time and again and always keeps hope that her students will succeed. I have admired her great optimism and wish her new adventures. Jean, thank you for all your years of hard work and dedication. Your knowledge, experience, and advocacy of your students will be missed by all. You will be remembered for the things that you did here, and it is my hope that the years ahead bring you joy and relaxation. Here's wishing you a new journey of success and happiness. I am so happy to see you move on to the exciting stage in your life. May you be showered with abundant opportunities to do what your heart desires. Congratulations. Jean, it has been a pleasure working with you. I appreciate the fact that you have always been a kind and caring coworker. You were helpful when I needed anything. Congratulations on your retirement. Jean Baker, you have always been a calm and thoughtful presence, especially when dealing with situations involving challenging students. Thank you for all of your support. Jean, enjoy every moment of retirement. You have certainly earned it. Jean Baker, you are always keeping track of your students, even when they don't want to be found. It is what we call good trouble. Jean Baker is a prime example of a child advocate. She comes to work and shares her expertise each and every day for the sake of the student. Wishing you a happy retirement. Celebrate all of the great work you have done through the years. I have enjoyed my time working with you, and you will be truly missed. Congratulations on a career dedicated to helping students and their families. Jean Baker was an amazing school social worker with a very caring heart. She would go above and beyond to help her students. She understood who they were as individuals and used that to help make school a safe environment for them. Mrs. Baker, thank you for all your help throughout the years. You will be missed. Jean is a constant advocate for her students and always ready to assist her colleagues in making the school a better place for all. Jean has a great relationship with the students. She was a consistent source of support for students and staff. Jean Baker, thank you for your commitment and hard work to providing our MSA senior students with guidance to graduate and a meaningful moving on ceremony. Jean was always rooting for each child. She will be dearly missed. Thank you, Jean Baker, for your 21 years and 5 months of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Lynn Burr retired from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on July 31st, 2020, after 21 years and 3 months of service. Lynn was hired on May 12, 1999. Lynn was a teaching assistant and student manager for the alternative education program at Brookside Academy, Lincoln Academy, and at Middle Settlement Academy during her 21 years of service to the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES. Lynn, the alternative education program was so very fortunate to add you to the faculty 21 years ago. You have been a shining example of dedication, hard work, and professionalism. You have been wonderful to work with throughout the years and have always been a staunch advocate of your students and of our program. You were always real with your students and with your colleagues. You didn't mince words, and you always let us know where you stood. You have made the difference in so many young lives throughout the years, and of that you should be very proud, and for that we will be eternally grateful. Our students benefited greatly from your kind and compassionate nature. We miss you and wish you the best in retirement. Lynn, comments from your colleagues include the following. Wishing you a happy retirement. Celebrate all of the great work you have done through the years. Lynn, sit back, relax, and enjoy. You've earned it. May life treat you well, my friend. Miss B was the first person I met when I came to MSA, and she made me feel very welcomed and set the mood for a fun and caring environment. I never felt intimidated, anxious, or hesitant because I knew I had a kind person to run to if the going got tough. Miss B is very much missed. Her sense of humor and soft side with her students was always appreciated. Lynn, congratulations on your retirement. Your compassion and dedication to your students will be a difficult void to fill. I remember how comfortable you made me feel when I first joined the MSA family. Thank you for your kindness that comes so naturally to you. In reflecting on your time working together, many positive and even humorous memories come to mind. It is my hope that a reflection of your career will bring you the same. It has been my pleasure to have worked with you, and I wish you a long, relaxing, and fun-filled retirement. Miss B, God bless your patience. I appreciate all of your support with my students throughout the years. Enjoy your retirement. You have earned it. Lynn Burr, enjoy every minute of your retirement. You are missed. Miss B, thank you for all of your help throughout the years. Congratulations on your retirement. Miss B, remembering our trips with students to water safari during our years at Lincoln Academy. There are some memories that are so vivid that it may be best I don't share, and others so simple, just watching you enjoying the lazy river surrounded by your students. You were always up for a laugh and a kind word. Enjoy your retirement. Thank you for your help throughout the years. You are missed. Happy retirement. Thank you, Lynn Burr, for your 21 years and 3 months of service, and congratulations on your retirement. Michael Schrader will retire from Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES on June 30th, 2021, after 17 years and 8 months of service. Mr. Schrader was hired on October 20th, 2003. Mr. Schrader was a teaching assistant for the alternative education program at Lincoln Academy and then at Middle Settlement Academy during his 17 years and 8 months of service to the Oneida-Herkimer-Madison BOCES. Mr. Schrader, we were so very fortunate to add you to our faculty more than 17 years ago. From the moment I interviewed you for the position, I knew that the program would benefit from your knowledge, determination, empathy, and compassion. You are a true professional who has dedicated your life to supporting and helping others. You have been wonderful to work with throughout the years. You continually shared creative ideas and suggestions that helped to improve our school community. The morning show that you suggested and managed brought a sense of community to our alternative education program. You proved that it doesn't take a loud voice to accomplish big things. Our students benefited greatly from your kind and compassionate nature. We will miss you and wish you the best in retirement. Mr. Schrader, comments from your colleagues include the following: wishing you a happy retirement. Celebrate all of the great work you have done through the years. I will miss you, Mr. Schrader. I will miss Mr. Schrader and his morning announcements. I always look forward to hearing him in the morning before starting class. Mike Schrader is the voice of MSA. Enjoy your retirement. You will be missed. That's all for now, so be good, be careful, and bye-bye. Mr. Schrader brightens the worst day and adds joy to the best of days with his sense of humor and humbleness. When the Utica 12th graders came back to school in person, one student became very concerned that someone else made the morning announcements. The students immediately asked if Mr. Schrader was okay, which proves what one small act of kindness each morning can accomplish. We will miss Mr. Schrader's warm sense of humor and positive attitude. He has showed up to work with a smile on his face through difficult times. I will miss his morning announcements of drinking MSA's world-famous cold assorted milk. May you find Key West again soon in your travels. Mr. Schrader, I would like to congratulate you on your retirement. I have enjoyed working with you and have considered you not only a valuable asset to our program, but an enjoyable presence in the school as well. Your contributions, both in and out of the classroom, as well as being the voice of MSA, will be sorely missed. It has truly been my pleasure to work with you, and I am saddened to see you leave. I am confident that you will find the same success in retirement that you experienced during your time here. Mr. Schrader, thank you for all that you have done for MSA. Enjoy your retirement, especially in your flower garden. I wish you health and happiness. Mr. Schrader, where would we be without knowing the daily weather and amazing and interesting trivia shared by you to start the day off right? Thank you for being such a great person. Mr. Schrader, we will miss your dulcet tones beckoning us into a new school day. May Key West stock up on cold assorted milk. Mike Schrader, loved every minute of working with you, especially our Lincoln Academy days. From lunches to parties, you deserve every minute of your retirement. Mike Schrader truly enjoys working with students, and it shows. He does a great job of working one-to-one with students to help them with assignments, makeup work, or just helping them to be less stressed after doing math. He would offer help to students after school, and some took him up on the offer. This allowed the students to improve their grades and passed. He's a caring and understanding person and a great listener. The students appreciated what he would do for them and respected him. He would share great stories with the class. He has a great personality and a big heart. His presence will be missed. He will now have more time for Barb, his grandchildren, and his gardens. Congratulations on your retirement. I will miss you. I will miss your morning announcements, especially my favorite part. Be good, be careful, and bye-bye. So many laughs at Lincoln Academy when we were all newbies. Among them was the planning of graduation and the end-of-the-year festivities, tales of Shangri-La, gardening, Pepsi, talent shows, and who can forget the morning show? We all kept our fingers crossed with every reading of the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Schrader, you pledged your allegiance to our students each and every day. Thank you, Michael Schrader, for your 17 years and 8 months of service, and congratulations on your retirement.
Listening to the comments that are made by the supervisors during the ceremony each year, I'm so impressed with the personal commitment that this organization has to its staff and how well they know each other and the jobs that they do. It is no wonder that we are the best BOCES in New York State. And so thank you to all the presenters and all the retirees. We'll now move on to those being recognized for their years of service. Cumulatively, the staff recognized in the portion of the ceremony represents 1,360 years of service to OHM BOCES. We will begin with those being recognized for 10 years of service. Matthew Bichant, Supervisor for Instructional Support Services. Ryan Baum, Computer Service Technician. Jessica Biamonte, Food Service Helper. Hu Chen, Teacher of Foreign Language. Anthony Corridori, Motor Vehicle Operator. Carol Ethier, Teacher of Foreign Language. Susan Ferguson, Food Service Helper. Robin Lalonde, Teaching Assistant. Robert Maxim, Food Service Helper. Elizabeth Morat, Teacher of Child Care. Kayla Norbaum, Teaching Assistant. Margaret Olson, Teacher Assistant. Kelly Osborne, Food Service Helper. Mark Pauley, Teacher Assistant. Michael Policelli, Building Inspector. Mary Sabonis, Network Administrator 2. Kimberly Steets, Teacher Assistant. Michelle Tupak, Teacher Assistant. Ann Turner, Director of Professional Development. Linda Yu, Teacher of Foreign Language. Melissa Whitehead, Teacher Assistant. Next are those being recognized for 15 years of service. Kathleen Angier, Teacher Assistant. Wendy Bolos, Teacher Assistant. Peter Cataldo, Teacher of Foreign Language. Christy Colangelo, Safety Coordinator. Shannon Coy, Teacher Assistant. Frank Frazita, Teacher of Auto Body Collision. Henry W. Haas Jr., Teacher Assistant. Mark Harrington, Teacher of Special Education. Oleg Hoko, Network Administrator 2. Maureen Ireland, Assistant Cook. Jenny Johnston, Food Service Helper. Sherry Kidney, Food Service Helper. Tia Kirsch, Teacher Assistant. Patricia McComb, Teacher Assistant. Jennifer Mesnard, Office Specialist 1. Gary P. Nelson, Board Member. Douglas Pilbeam, Teacher of Recreational Vehicles Maintenance. Sherry Randall, Teacher Assistant. Eric Sarner, Information Technology and Project Manager. Ellen Sinikowski, Teacher Assistant. Vincent Tripodi, Assistant Principal of Alternative Educational Programs. Heidi Vandermewen, Teacher of Visually Handicapped. Mary Ellen Ward, Nurse Practitioner. Kathy Wright, Teacher of Special Education. Next are those being recognized for 20 years of service. Susan Ardston, Assistant Cook. Cindy Ballister, Teacher Assistant. Beth Williams Carter, School Social Worker. Donald Christie, Senior Groundskeeper. Nicole Esty, Teacher of Social Studies. Tanya Feldman, Teacher of Special Education. Richard Holmes, Facility Inspector. Melissa Holtham, Teacher Assistant. Christopher Lambert, Teacher Assistant. Lisa Leogrand, School Social Worker. Lori Maggio, Teacher Assistant. Ryan McNerney, Teacher of Social Studies. Deborah Murray Quinn, Teacher Assistant. Mary Olander, Teacher Assistant. Linda Perez, Teacher of Special Education. Laura Panactera, Teacher of Cosmetology. Stacy Sardina, School Social Worker. Deborah Schnitt, Teacher Assistant. Rosalind Siegfried, Teacher Assistant. Sherry Spinelli, Teacher of Special Education. David Staten, Principal of Career and Technical Education Programs. Russell Stewart, Board Member. Katrina Tickle, Teacher of Special Education. Kimberly Wheelock, Guidance Counselor. Ann M. Whiteman, Leadership Coordinator. Maureen Winslow Hamlin, Teacher of Special Education. Next are those being recognized for 25 years of service. Peggy Calogero, Account Clerk. Linda Gamager, Senior Account Clerk. Next are those being recognized for 30 years of service. Daniel Bogdan, Teacher of Social Studies. Paul Kurtassi, Teacher of Special Education. Marcia Dunn, Teacher Assistant. Judy Franz, Teacher Assistant. Deborah Kimball, Board Clerk, Word Processor. Carmelita Whiting, Teacher Assistant. And finally, we have one individual recognized for 40 years of service. Robert Harris, Director of Facilities 3. Those are our long-term employees that have been with us for many, many years, and we hope that you'll all be with us for many more. Thank you all, and once again, I will now turn the program back over to Dr. Kilburn.
Thank you, Mr. Boucher, for sharing this celebration for all of the employees who have been with us for so many years of service. It means so much to our organization that people are invested in all that we do. So to all of you who have been honored today, thank you again for your service to our organization and, more importantly, to the learners that we all ultimately serve here at the OHM BOCES. Before we close today, I do want to thank all of the many departments that participated in the planning and coordination of this virtual ceremony, supporting our staff members who are reaching significant milestones, including both years of service and retirement. And that would be our Human Resources Department, our School Communications Service, our Printing Services, and our Information and Technology Department. Thank you for participating in this virtual recognition of our employees. Please continue to stay safe. We look forward to seeing you in person next year. And to our retirees, I hope that you look forward to a wonderful future in celebration of all that you've accomplished. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening.